He can see everything in my house. He's got one in his back window that points right through that window too. Tammy said she was in the house and I had left, and he walked right in.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you.
A lot of people have asked why I had such a problem with an ex-cop pointing cameras in my window. Because my wife had a problem with an ex-cop pointing cameras in my window.
I think he's got one in the back.
Why would Dick Cheese over here have a camera pointed right at your house?
He's got one in his back window that points right through that window too.
Oh, so he likes cameras?
He can see everything in my house.
Oh, that's okay. I know other people who like cameras.
Told me,
and they like standing around in front of people's houses.
What's her name? What's that lady's name? Tammy said she was in the house and I had left, and he walked right in and saw her and went freaked out, went right back out.
Yes, you heard right. This piece of ex-cop likes to just randomly walk into your house when he thinks nobody's home. And then when he realizes somebody's there, scurries out like the little that he is.
Tammy said she was in the house and I had left, and he walked right in and saw her and went freaked out, went right back out. And then the other door, someone said they saw him trying to get in my shed when I was gone just about a week ago. That's why I asked you about the camera, but I felt bad that you fell off.
The fact you got to put cameras up in your house because you got a neighbor.
Well, you know what Phil did? He bought 2 expensive lights, him and his nephew, put them up in the back by my windows. So the first couple nights they were back there, he didn't know that. He walks through the backyard and the light comes on. So he doesn't like me using my fob because it makes noise and wakes his wife up and it pisses her off. So after that happened, I said, you can get out of my backyard. The next night it happened again. I took my fob and pointed it. I set it off 10 times in a row. And I heard him slam the door. He came out here slamming doors.
Well, you see, if he's so worried...
He hasn't done that yet.
If he's so worried about security at that particular spot right there...
I wonder what he's doing
I'm
going
to put up a big bunch of fucking floodlights over there.
No,
his camera won't see shit, but...
Listen, I don't need trouble with the people in here. All I need to do is put a camera up so that I can witness what he's doing to me. Because he's threatened to sue me already. For defamation of character.
Oh, he doesn't know what that's about yet.
That was recorded in April of 22. Now, Christmas in 21, my wife made my favorite, Polish hand grenades. She started making the videos for me, but then I picked up some extra shifts at work and ended up not coming home. I wish she would have made the rest of the videos.
Flip the cabbage. I poked a hole in it. Okay, people, this is how you make gilumpkis, the Polish hand grenades for Christmas. You get a cabbage that's got big leaves, see? Not a small cabbage, the biggest leaves you can find. Then you cut around the core and you pull the sucker out. Now that was really hard. There's a reason for this. Well, you don't want to eat the core anyway, right? So, and we go to getting some water. Get a large pot. You need the largest pot you got. Fill it full of water. It's about halfway. We've got to cover the cabbage. You want to put a little bit of salt in the water. Okay. It's still filling. About right now, I'll stick the cabbage in so the cabbage can actually give me a mentor as to how far up I'd fill this thing. You got to put the cabbage that side down. Down. Very important. Okay, that's good with the water. I might need to empty some out. But you got to put the hole that I made at the bottom. So the water will go up in there and boil and steam it from within. Okay? Maybe a little more out. Okay. I like having the cabbage completely filled over, but since this is such a large cabbage, you're just going to have to keep an eye on it. Okay, now I've got the cabbage on the stove, and I'm putting it at high just to get it started. Okay, now while it's starting to boil, you want to go ahead and put seasonings on it. I prefer salt and pepper. And I got this beautiful stuff here called Everglades seasoning. I think they only sell it in Florida. Oh, this might be my friend's. I bought her. She wanted to get that. She lives in South Dakota, and they don't have anything from Florida. Disregard the mess in my house. It's not in the kitchen, though. Okay. Hold on. I have to put you on hold. Okay, it was right in front of my face. So, you're going to put a couple of pinches of this in there. Okay. So, I got the seasoning in there to boil with the cabbage. And we're going to put in, yes, this part of the celery. It's got the most flavor. We'll just throw it in whole. We're going to cut that up later and put it in the meat. But I like the flavor to get in the cabbage because cabbage doesn't have a lot of flavor. Okay, now what we're going to do. Oh, God, I can't breathe. Okay, we're going to put some garlic in there. I have some in here already cut up. This is helpful. It's helpful for garlic bread. It's helpful for spaghetti sauce, anything. It's already mashed up and in its little juice. Okay, now, I got that open. That took a while. Things are harder when you have had a stroke. Just thankful to God that I can do any of this. Let's see. Okay. We're going to put, like, maybe that much in with the cabbage. We may put some in with the meat. Now, thing is today we're compromising. We're compromising the video because in this bowl, we're going to put the hamburger. We're going to put some rice and tomatoes and probably some V8 juice. I don't know. The V8 juice may go over the whole thing in the oven, but you need a big bowl to mash up the meat. Now, usually you have a pound of ground beef and a pound of like pork and you mash it together. I don't have any pork today. I messed up. So it's not going to be any pork in there. I'll get back with you in a minute when this starts to boil and I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. Okay, here we are. And I'm not sure how much time has passed, but I can tell it's steaming. I put a lid on it right away. I should have told you that. You take the lid off and you can see the cabbage is starting to get a little translucent on the top. But we really need the middle to start boiling. So we're going to turn it in a minute and flip it upside down. But for right now, we're going to leave it like this for about 10 more minutes. But I did turn it down to like medium low. Mid-low. Now, over here, I'm getting stuff ready for the hamburger mix that goes inside. So we got the garlic. We got beef. This is beef bouillon. If you don't have any and you have some ramen noodles, you can just take the beef flavoring out of there and use it. It's got a lot of salt and crap you don't really want in it. So really the best bet is to buy a beef bouillon. But we're improvising today because I didn't realize I was going to be making this. I thought maybe I wouldn't, but I am. So right here is the diced tomatoes. You want diced tomatoes. I should have got a big can of diced tomatoes. My mom used to get the kind with the stewed tomatoes. That's what I'm trying to say. And you want a little tomato sauce. We may use some V8 juice, but that'll come later on the top. There's your minute rice. You can use long grain rice if you want, but you have to make sure it's cooked properly. You've got to cook the rice before you put it in there. Probably about a cup and a half. And you're going to want 2 eggs. To show you how crazy I've gotten, I found a hard-boiled egg in there. That's where I keep all the spices in the cabinet. Now, how in the world did a boiled egg end up in there? I have no idea. But at least it wasn't rotten yet. Okay, here I got, oh, I thought I had onion. I have onions on the porch. Let me show you. Somebody told me this on Facebook or, I don't know, on one of the YouTube channels, and I didn't believe them. But what they said is, that's my wheelchair. Praise Jesus, I can walk again. I never was supposed to. I know it. It's so merciful God is. It's not horrible. It's a merciful act of God. Here we go. We're going out here. This is my porch. Somebody gave me that poinsettia. Isn't it pretty? Let's see. There's my poinsettia. And there's my rosemary. Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to take some rosemary. She's going on a date with me today. Rosemary's always good in anything with beef. You just pull it off there. There's my little bush. It's growing. It's going to be huge when I plant it. Those are so pretty. We used to have them when I was little on the backyard. Okay. So now I got aloe plant. These are all things that if there was some kind of pandemic or whatever where we couldn't leave, the food stopped, that right there, you can eat aloe. You can treat stuff with aloe. Aloe is a really wonderful thing to have in your house. Now, what I did was I took the celery stalk and I cut it about halfway, and it's starting to grow roots. And look what happened. In 2 days, I got celery growing. Isn't that awesome? Also, I put the cabbage root. Hopefully that will start a cabbage. I don't know. But this is the green peppers I had. And they said just cut them the tops off and then put them in the water. And guess what? They're growing roots. And they're actually right here. So I'm going to take one of these little things here that I've grown. This is for tea. One of them's lemon balm. It's wonderful. I think that's the lemon balm, if you can see it. And I'm not sure what that is. I think that's dill. We're not going to use that. Okay, see you later. Okay, now I'm going to get some big fork. Or tongs would be better. Big fork. And we're going to flip this cabbage over. You want to grab it down at the bottom. You don't want to mess up these top leaves. You need them. Okay. Might need 2. I need 4 hands. I need somebody's an octopus. Come in here and help me. Okay. Oh. I may just have to show you later. Please be patient with me. Flip the cabbage. I poked a hole in it. Okay, now, this is the cabbage flipped over. So see, the cabbage is just going to fall apart if you do it this way. You're going to let it simmer. We'll put the lid back on it for another 10 minutes or 20 minutes. We're going to put it down on low. It doesn't need to be high heat. That'll overcook everything. Okay, so while I'm doing that, I'm going to get the meat mixture. With 2 eggs, sauce, tomatoes, again, onion, celery, rosemary, beef broth, and white rice, about a cup or 2. Okay, see you later. Okay, this is the step before the last one. Cabbage done. Should look like this. I don't know why you can't really see it good. Oh, this is the steam, probably. Okay. There you are. The cabbage is ready to go in there. Okay. Now, see, when we turned it over, it's now going to be right side up. So we can peel the biggest leaves off first. Okay. We're getting ready to do that. I put the meat mixture. The meat's in there with seasonings. 2 eggs. And, the onion. The onion that I grew on my own porch. And the garlic. So that's not quite ready yet, but it will be. We're going to pour the rice in it. Right now the rice is sitting. It's waiting to cool and maybe absorb some more of that water. Because we don't want the grease from the hamburger to absorb into the rice. So if the rice is fully cooked, it won't do that. It'll just drip down like it always does. Okay, there you go. Now we're going to flip it. Oh, Homer, what are you looking for? Are you wanting Jim to come home? Are you missing Jim? What's the matter? What are you doing, Homer? You don't need to go back outside, do you? Do you want something to eat? You do. I already fed you. How many times you gotta eat today? What are you chipping in for? What do you want? You both ate and you both pooped already. We're going to bed. Yeah, we're going to bed. Yes. What do you think, Homer? Can we go to bed? Oh, come on. Let's go to bed. You don't need to go out. You just pooped. I'm scared not to take you out because you pooped. Who pooped on the floor this morning? Oh, look at that face. Did you poop on the floor this morning, Pickles? Who did this one? Who pooped over here this morning? Homer doesn't look guilty, but you do. Did you poop on the floor? Oh, you're going to try and hide now. Well, you can't run. You can't hide. I see you did it. I know you did it. Okay. What do you think, Homer? Jim's not coming home tonight. He's going to see you tomorrow. Because Mommy looked in her bank account and there's not enough money to pay for the vet. This is the end of the month, the end of the year, and I'm screwed. I don't know how to pay for your vet visit. I don't. I already owed them money. For this one. Yeah, that one right there. Because she has to have short nails. This one here is probably walking funny because he got long nails. Them are too long. It looks like he got bear claws for a little dog. I thought you were going to be big and you just kept getting longer. Look how long that dog is. Homer, we're going to bed. Okay, say goodnight. Say goodnight, Dad. Say I love